Well, hello, my friends. Where are you at? Where are you at? I mean, physically, where are you at watching this? It's NFL team previews. Number 3 of 32. We've made it to the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that I'd say more than 50, 60% think are going to win this division. Maybe it's more like 70 or 80%. Why are they going to be so much better? Well, let's see. They got who they get again? They got almost no one. What makes them better? What makes them the clear-cut favorite in the division? Are they the clear-cut favorite in the division? Well, maybe we should talk about it. You're watching our previews here on bet.nola.com, powered by the Dattitude Podcast. I am Jim Derry, and I can't wait to get to it. Everybody thinks I hate the Jags. We'll find out if I do or not. Coming up next. Well, welcome in, everybody. Today, Jacksonville Jaguars, day 3 of 32. And I tell you, of the 32 teams, if I had to make a list of the toughest teams to predict, this team would certainly, without question, be in my top 5. Why is that? Because I think they were an anomaly last year. I think they had to win, 6, 7 games in a row at the end. They were dead. They were dead of the water. Of course, part of it is that I'm pissed off because I had a ticket on Tennessee to win the division, and I had a chance to cash out at like 90%. I don't know, with like 7 weeks left, and I'm like, there's no way. I'm not giving my money away. And I didn't cash out, and we all know what happened. So, yes, I have a little mini mental bias in the back of my head. But that being said, I don't understand the love for this team. And I'm not giving my prediction away because I think some of you, Spencer the Guru Urquhart, may be surprised when they see what my final prediction is for this team. But I want to know what makes this team better. You lose your top offensive lineman in Jawan Taylor and you draft Anton Harrison. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but that doesn't make you better. You lose Arden Key. That doesn't make your 24th ranked defense any better. You lose Shaq Griffin. That doesn't make your 24th ranked defense any better. 28th against the pass any better. So what did you do on offense? You got Tank Bigsby in the draft, running back from Auburn. Boy, that's going to change everything. Travis Etienne, man, all of a sudden, he's got a stud helping him. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's nothing special, I don't think. Calvin Ridley hadn't played in over a year. He's 28 years old. Is he going to come back and catch for 1,000 yards again? I mean, look, this team has good receivers. Christian Kirk was a great receiver. He had a breakout season last year. Zay Jones did a phenomenal job. Evan Ingram at tight end has been great for them. But Trevor Lawrence, can he throw for 4,300 yards again? Look, this is a team that, although they finished 10th overall in total offense, 14th against the run, which actually surprised me because I didn't think they were that good. I was surprised they ran as well as they did. James Robinson missed half the year with an injury. Travis Etienne was hurt for part of the year as well. So it does surprise me that they rushed. They were the 14th best rushing team. And Trevor Lawrence as the 10th best passer, basically, 4,300 yards. I just don't know that he can do that again. Is he going to have to? Well, I think he's gonna, because again, you talk about Etienne. Can he have the same kind of year that he had last year and not get hurt? And then you bring in Bigsby. You got JaMychal Hasty as well. And JaMychal Hasty, part of the year, he was the number 2 last year. Doesn't have to be that number 2 this year. But I just don't know that he can do it again. You look at their schedule, and to me, this is a schedule where if they're going to win, they need to win, I think, 11 games to be in the conversation as one of the best teams in the AFC. Right? If they want to take that next step forward, sure, they might be able to finish 9-8 or 10-7 with certainly getting them in the playoffs, almost certainly win this division, because it's not going to be Houston. It's not going to be Indianapolis. Tennessee, they may or may not win 9 or 10 games. We'll talk about them tomorrow. But this schedule, even though it says it's the 23rd toughest schedule, which means it's not tough, I mean, you look at who's on it, Kansas City and Buffalo in that first third of the year. Buffalo's being played in London. Then you've got San Francisco. But the thing that gets me is not only that, right after you come back from London, sure, you're home for Indianapolis again, which is kind of a breather. But then you got to go and play the Saints on a Thursday night and then go to Pittsburgh, which we know is a tough place to play anyway. You get your bye week and you play San Francisco, and then that first meeting with Tennessee is not till November the 19th. And then that back half of the schedule is loaded. I think two of the most underrated teams, I think, in the NFL. People aren't talking all that much about Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to be pretty darn good, spoiler alert. I think the entire AFC North is going to be pretty good. We know how good Cincinnati is. You play them on a Monday night at Cleveland and then Baltimore in prime time. So you got 2 out of 3 games in prime time before having a schedule that's fairly easy to finish at Tampa Bay, home against Carolina. And then I do think that Tennessee game is going to be for the division championship. But to me, it comes down to if this defense can at least be just a tinge better than they were last year, and if Trevor Lawrence can stay on that path, he and Doug Peterson are locked at the hip. What Doug Peterson was able to do for Trevor Lawrence in that second year was amazing. Trevor Lawrence's second year, that is. He took that next step. Can he stay there? I'm not sure he has to throw for 4,300 yards, but he's got to get a lot of help from his running game. I would like to see, for this team to be really good, that 10 in passing yards need to stay the same, but I think that rushing number needs to jump up to about 10 as well, which would probably make their overall offense somewhere in the range of 7 to 8. But it would balance out against the defense that's going to be in the high 20s. They don't have a great offensive line. They didn't get better on the offensive line, which makes them probably a bottom 10 O-line. In this division, it's probably good enough as we get to, drum roll, please, prediction time. I usually take an over-under here in this spot. In fact, the last 2 years, that's all I've taken was either an over-under. I don't like the over-under. In fact, I think my OCD is the only reason why I predicted this team to win 11 games, because I don't want them to be right on the number of 10. If you looked at the facts, you see that they're over. We never even talked about it. Their over-under win total is 10. Don't like it. Wouldn't bet it either way. Most places it's 9.5, but it's major juice to the over. I'm not touching this with a stick. You look at their conference titles, plus 1,300 to win the AFC, and then plus 2,500 to win the Super Bowl. Definitely not spent. And you know, when I say definitely not, a lot of times it happens, but I just don't think they have the juice to beat that, to win either one of those big ones. And I don't like, you don't need to win 11 games to win this division. So that's why I don't like the 10. I'm going to just lay the lumber. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I do think they're going to end up winning this division. I don't love it. Minus 175 is not great value. I know the people out there think it is. I'd probably almost rather bet Tennessee. I think they're like plus 250 or plus 300, depending on where you look. But that being said, I have to have a best bet for every team. And my best bet for the Jaguars is that they will win the division. But again, I'm not betting it. So how does that, how's that for confidence? I don't love it. I don't love this team. So there you go. Take that, Spencer. I'm predicting the Jaguars to win the division. What am I going to say about Tennessee? We'll have to find out on Friday when we get to team number 4. Coming up.